Snow's missed his first 2 shots. Raps on the run. Alston with a pull-up from 20. Flat. And the Raptors start the ball game 1 for 5. Cavaliers with James and a
so he drew it up, Chuck. You're like, what the? Nice shot.
LeBron against Jalen Rose. In defense of Aaron Williams, he hasn't been on the floor a lot, and he's really not probably accustomed to Bosch's game. LeBron with a post. We have an update. Boston now leading by 11 over the Nets. New York, or rather New Jersey, trying to make a little bit of a run. James on Peterson with a little back window. Too easy for.
I just don't see. He's played for 3 coaches. Sorry. Obviously, the first coach, he was hurt that entire year and never really warmed up with Kevin O'Neal. And then Sam Mitchell gave him an opportunity early in the year, and Sam will be back next year. So I just don't see it happen.
Well, that's a 3. And don't think for a moment, folks, the Cavs aren't looking at that scoreboard here at the Air Canada Center. They're getting word from their bench. They smell it, and they want it. And here's Eric Snow with a hard bounce pass. James, step back, 3-ball, right pocket. LeBron.
You know, with the dark clouds and the tough effort tonight, here's a little bright, shining light right there. Pop so, beautiful move.
LeBron James.
Well, with a 15-man roster, I would carry 3. That's just my opinion. And obviously, with Alvin Williams back next season, hopefully, you know, what position is Alvin going to play? Is he still a point guard? Can he guard at that position anymore? You know, he's got playmaking instincts in the mix, because you'll be constantly rebuilding unless you have some mature people in that locker room. Because young players get caught up in the whole thing, and it holds them back.
All right. Oh, my goodness.
You know the whole story. Settle back and enjoy it. We're going to the hoop tonight for the corner of Ontario, and you're on. That's a strong way to start as LeBron James started to grind things out as the defending world champs are wont to do.
And that's what Brendan Malone was referring to earlier in the broadcast, that this is a young Cavaliers team, and they have to learn to win in these close ball games down the stretch.
Boston by 5 early on. LeBron James, that step back jumper that's pure, and gets that jump hook of his to fall, and Boston's lead is at 8 here in the opening quarter. But Mark, it's not going to matter. That is going to be an absolute moot point if the Cavaliers don't get things done here tonight, as LeBron James heads to the hole and goes glass to Antoine Walker with a left hand, and LeBron James will take off the glass. So Eric Snow to try to bring some order to the Cavalier offense. James on that backdoor glide. 22-year-old.
Well, he just gets better and better every game, and it's just amazing his progress this quickly at such a young age.
Ricky Davis on the floor now. LeBron lost Davis, and he'll come up, swallow up the blunt miss. Eric Snow along with Sasha Pavlovich in the Cavaliers backcourt. LeBron James is back, Anderson Varejao, and Robert Traylor up front. LeBron under the hole. Count that. And one coming.
And an easy bucket underneath.
Al Jefferson, a good-looking young rookie. Sasha Pavlovich had to readjust that and drew some rim. Varejao all over the glass. LeBron James will step back after they turned it over 6 times in the first 6 minutes. Tractor Traylor. And short jumper didn't go. LeBron James got that. +1. Out of Ozen High School. A young man who came into the NBA 2 seasons ago. And, of course, Jefferson also high school. James upstairs. The catch and delivery.
But, hey, he's learning, right? learning how to do it.
Antoine Walker really barking at Anderson Varejao back down the floor. Inside the 4-minute mark. LeBron James to raise. Ring it. He's got 20. Gary Payton got the quarter turn. Drew Gooden said, no, you won't. He revoked the ticket of Gary Payton underneath the hoop. No, Eric Snow getting the start here in the 3rd quarter. Ilgauskas. Great look to LeBron James, who moved off the bench. It's right there. Right there for the tractor ripping some cord.
They didn't even think about it either. Come in cold firing.
Robert Traylor with 16 points. Cavaliers by 4. Varejao stepped back and let Ricky Davis measure the jumper that goes.
He was up on him and for some reason backed off of him. You have to recognize when you jump out on guys. Ricky Davis right now is the guy with the hot hand for the Celtics.
LeBron off that curl being checked by the youngster Justin Reed.
He's actually done a pretty good job with a lot of help so far as LeBron hoists a three and finally knocks a jump shot. And these fans have been standing on their feet for the last 3 minutes. You don't think they'd love to see the Cavaliers make the playoffs?
James under the rack. LeBron James with a smash.
Ring finger on his right hand, and he wears a heavy pad, and it's really hard to get a feel. Good shooters shoot with those middle two fingers, and if you can't feel it, you don't shoot it very well.
LeBron James felt that one from Hamilton.
And Mike, absolutely no energy from the Cleveland Cavaliers, and that's amazing considering the stakes here.
James gets inside. That time.
Again, it just makes them so difficult to play in the half court.
10 of their 12 points in the paint. And Detroit back up by 2 as we approach the midway point of the first.
They see how most people are standing right there as LeBron takes it, he makes it. Force the Pistons to stay out of the paint where they already have 10 points.
Good way short. Ilgauskas, though, with the offensive rebound. James calls out a play. James tries another three, and LeBron James from downtown.
The best way to get away from that tentativeness is to attack, and we've seen that in the last several possessions by Cleveland.
Ilgauskas with a nice tip in. They give them a 7-point lead. McDyess with the turnaround.
Lowe tries for the steal, and it's great to see McDyess again showing some of that athleticism.
Alley-oop. Oh, Eric Snow, the perfect pass. And LeBron.
Despite it being a jump ball, Varejao allowing McDyess too deep in the paint, and here once again the Pistons able to get into the paint against his defense much too easily.
Dupree is on James. And LeBron James, nice pull-up. He is not set. Cavs go back up by 6. 12 points for Newell. Trailer. Oh, nice outlet pass. James outruns everyone. They wave it off. Wallace fouled him before the shot. Ilgauskas with another rejection. James on the follow, and right now the Pistons are not. Doesn't have that shooting touch with that bandage on. Only his second field goal. This time his jump, but Ilgauskas saved it. James in attack mode. Goes right at Tayshaun Prince. All pretty play. Campbell with the left hand. Just kind of flipped it up. Not a good shot.
We saw in practice yesterday how Larry Brown was working Eldon Campbell on that low block.
Count and a foul. James with a chance for a three-point.
Defender against transition. Everybody's flat along the free throw line.
James goes right at Delfino. Good hard drive from LeBron James. They're on their feet at the Palace.
Tayshaun didn't need the 2-inch mismatch he had there.
James for 3. Oh, LeBron James comes right back with a...
Anyways, a shockingly emotional loss for LeBron James in Cleveland to the Knicks, 95-89, and Jim Gray will detail that when we get a dead ball here.
Trying to establish themselves inside early with LeBron James. This is such an explosive squad with Arenas, Hughes, and Jameson, who is the emotional stabilizer. And then you got the promising big men that our studio guys, Legler and Anthony, were talking about early. This is a real squad. LeBron James looks great.
Brendan Haywood, once again, shooting at a very high percentage. That's been his MO throughout his days, North Carolina or here. He's shooting at a 56% clip.
But he's also finally showing signs that he likes playing basketball. Brendan Haywood is a guy who was drawn into this game because of his size.
Pretty good and tried the no-look pass. It worked out luckily for James. The insiders discussing Reggie's career, and he'll wrap up as he and the Pacers take on the Magic. 7 Eastern this Monday. NBA TV. LeBron is 3 of 4.
Appreciate the time with you. It's always good to see you.
June 11th, Mike Tyson's back here with you, right?
That's correct. We'll be back for that Showtime.
5 on the floor. Eric Snow's coming to run the point along with Slava Pavlovich, LeBron James, Robert Traylor, and Drew Gooden for the 40 and 38 Cavaliers, trying to work their way in the playoffs. Is James.
In arenas. I mean, they're up and down characters.
Gilbert able to knock that one down. Damone Brown has come in the game, signed to a contract for the rest of the year. Second-round draft pick by Philadelphia back in 2001. James takes him baseline, scores the basket.
Always found that it's best to take care of your own business and don't wait to have your success be determined by the failures of others.
Hold on for LeBron.
Well, LeBron
Away from Damone.
Sense that two guys are coming right on you. You got a leaper and a high flyer like Larry Hughes on that wing. Just throw it up there. He'll find a way to finish.
James abusing Brown right here.
Goodness.
Damone Brown.
Classic textbook basketball. John Thompson just standing over there beaming so proudly here in attendance tonight at the MCI Center.
Jared Jeffries gets the defensive assignment on LeBron, sizing him up. The head fake to go baseline. Beautiful left-hand finish by James.
Sleek and fast, the way you like it.
Larry Hughes was unhappy with the lack of a call and just kind of tossed the ball away from the officials. So a delay of game warning on the Wizards as James.
Tremendous, and LeBron finding himself saying, where's some help?
Jamison, tough release as James was draped all over him. Antoine now with 16, 6 here in the third. James responds, and a foul. And we're in the finals as you look at Larry Hughes, the current steal leader in the NBA, who has 4 tonight. That perhaps the most famous steal in league history. Boston going on after winning that Eastern Conference final to beat LA for the 7th of the 8 titles in a row and 11 in a 13-year span. James at 3. Huge.
And if you think he cried last night with the loss to the Knicks, he's going to have a few more tears in his cheeks there.
Take over. 4 minutes to go. They keep doubling James to get the ball out of his hands. He gets it back. Rainbows a triple in and out. Snow fights for the rebound inside.
Those are the kind of shots that Hayward just got to gobble up the rebound.
A beautiful find of James by Sasha Pavlovich.